Alright. Today I'll be doing a cool unboxing video from a fan. I've gotten this reel in the fall of 2023, but yeah, the bite was hot during the fall season and I was actually sick too, so this got shoved to the side and it's winter time. So yeah, let's do this. My fan have sent this to me and asked a couple questions. First and foremost, they knew that I worked with KastKing in the past to build the Zephyr BFS reel, and it was wondering if the spool could fit this reel. So I'll test that later in this video. And then the other questions were, how well does this reel cast? As a beginner, is this a great reel for them to pick up and learn how to cast? Let me know. So yeah, two-part question, and I think I'm gonna answer all in one video. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unbox this. We'll take a look at this reel, see what it's all about. We're gonna check out the BFS spool from the KastKing Zephyr BFS reel and see if it fits this reel. And lastly, we'll put some line on here and we'll go out and do some casting. Y'all ready for this? Let's do it. Alright, so this box here does not have any information, so therefore I will have to just look it up on the website on my tablet. So give me 1 second. Alright, so I pulled everything up, so I might as well just open this back so you guys can see this reel on the desk as I read off some specs. Okay, so this whole reel here is graphite frame, graphite body, and it has 7.2 to 1 gear ratio, 18 pounds drag, so that's very strong. Oh, wow. Oh, wait, hold up. Jeez, KastKing. Alright, don't tighten your drag all the way, guys. Don't pack your reels with like max drag on, that's no good. Anyways, this sports a magnetic braking system. They call it the Halo 12. So we'll take a look at it and see what that's all about. I think that's the same one as the Sharky 3 that I got, the long cast reel, and it was not bad. It's pretty heavy. It says it's 7.4 ounces. So this is heavy like the Abu Garcia. For the capacity, it's for 12 pounds, it's 90 yards. This thing is more of a, I guess, a SLX MGL 70. So yeah, the Shimano MGL 70s. The IPT for this is 28.5 inch per turn. So given that it's 7.2 to 1 gear ratio, I guess it's not too bad. And yeah, ball bearings 7+1. For a budget reel, I think that's okay. This is a retailing price at $50 or $49.99. So it feels not bad. I mean, for a price like this, I think we need to find out if this thing casts well, okay? Because the Abu Garcia that I recently done, you know, it costs about $55, but you guys get it on sale sometimes even under $50. So this would be definitely competing with the Black Max X. So I can't wait to try this out. Anyway, let's assess this reel. Wait, you guys see that? It got stuck. It got stuck. What was that? What was that? You guys heard that click? I just spun it and it just got stuck. Dude, brand new reel. Hopefully nothing broke, but what was that? Anyways, we have aluminum handles. Got this foam, EVA foam knobs. Okay, let me just loosen that too. And then tension knob. It's hard to twist, but it has a clicker. Has their logo on it. The front looks interesting. Looks like smiling at you. The guide is a cone shape, vortex shape. You can see that right there. Hopefully it focus. But yeah, it's definitely wide right there, which is nice, and it's wide sideways. Very, very nice. Thumb bar got a little bit of wiggle. But expected, you know, for a price like this. This thing right here, fail bolt. See this right here? I hate this. Just lock right here on the side. Whenever you put this on a rod holder, potentially that's gonna happen. And is this a twist off or does it fall off? All right, it just comes off, so it's bad, very bad. It's just like the Kestrel Elite. And one of the things that I complain about the Kestrel Elite for a reel that price, I lost like the plate like 3 times already. And it's not cool. I mean, each time I picked it back up, but you know, you put this on your rod holder and your plate falls off, and then you reach for your rod and you look at it, it's like, hey, where's some side plate? You know, and it's always like in my kayak crate and everything like that, like, or you know, below where my crate sits, because it slides underneath there, so it sucks. Anyway, braking side plate right there at 0 to 10. Okay, 0 to 10. And I'm actually really interested in the braking system. So let's take this out and take a look at it. I think it looks just like, yeah, it does. It looks just like the Sharky, which I'll bring back out right here. Kinda. All right, so here you go. So this is the old style, right? The older generation, but this whole thing moves forward just like this. This thing also has 12 magnets, but it's all stuck together. This is the newly designed. So let me show you. I'm gonna grab like a hook like this. So just like this, see that? That actually moves up a little bit. It rocks. This guy should, right? Hold up. Ah, yeah. That's strong. Oh yeah, let me move closer so y'all can see this. See that? I'm actually moving that. The whole thing. So yeah, dynamic braking, as it's spin very, very fast. The faster spins, the stronger the magnet gonna pull itself towards your spool. And as it gets closer to your spool, it applies more brakes. So this is really neat. This is definitely a neat way, a neat approach for a budget way to have dynamic braking. And I hope that this iteration is gonna be a little bit better than that. But I saw something really, really cool. And I'm looking at the spool right now, and I'm gonna look at this old spool. See this right here? So right here, right, they probably found that the braking was still a little weak. And I did report that it's still a little weak. So the way that they solved it is they didn't just add super strong magnets. They have one uniform ring, okay? So I think that could potentially make it naturally stronger because they're all connected, right? Versus these are split up. And then they added this guy right here on your spool so that it could track closer a lot easier. So very, very neat. And the moment of truth, we're gonna bring out the Zephyr spool, which I have right here. Okay. So let's take a look at that. It looks like about the same width, so it might fit. Okay. It might fit. It just doesn't have that old black thing. So let's put this in here and give it a shot. All right, so it looks like there's a little bit of a give. I don't know what's doing that. It could be the tension thing is a little too loose, but let me just take a look before I try to shove it in harder. Oh, well, you guys look at that. If you guys look at the shaft, it looks like this guy here, the diameter of the shaft is a lot smaller than the Zephyr BFS reel. So unfortunately, you cannot put this spool onto this reel here. So nope, no can do, buddy. We are gonna stick with this guy. But anyway, let's weigh this. Let's see if this size 70 spool can cast light lures. I mean, it has standard size bearings, so potentially if you put on like, I don't know, ceramic hybrids, you cast very, very light lures. All right, so we're not gonna take the bearing off. We're just gonna weigh as is. Oh wow, that's actually not too bad. 12.83. That's a lot lighter than the Abu Garcia reel that I weighed not too long ago. So this potentially could throw maybe 5 grams, 3 grams. Who knows? Who knows? You put some thin line on this, potentially you could throw some light lures. But I'm not gonna test this reel to see how light it goes. I'm just gonna test how easy it will cast some lures. All right, one thing I want to know about the braking system, it feels really, really weird right now, and I have the tension pretty loose. Okay, I have max brakes on, as you see. See that? That's 10 right there. And I'm trying to spin this, and I feel like there is some restriction, like maybe the plate is rubbing or something. That thing is not moving at all. And I lower it back, it spins. So yeah, I don't think this reel is safe to put max brakes on. It's got to be rubbing. What's going on? Is this really rubbing? I'm trying to clean this off a little bit or something, but it doesn't feel good. Is this thing seated properly? Yeah, it's seated properly. This is one interesting reel right now. Like, why is it rubbing? Oh God. Yeah, don't put your reel on max brakes, okay? It's gonna rub. Oh God. All right, well, at least we know that lowest brake setting is working, but this thing might be over braked. Who knows? So yeah, let's just put this on a rod, a medium power rod, some 12-pound test line. Let's throw a 3/8 ounce lure. It's gonna be the Z-Man Chatter Spike on a ZWG hook, 1/8 ounce size 4 alt hook. The total weight is 3/8. So yeah, let's see if this thing is gonna cast easy or not, and is it gonna cast far? I think it's gonna be casting easy based on the breaking power, and yeah, I don't know how far. Let's find out. All right, just got to the pond. There were like a lot of geese right here, so I'm just waiting for them to move away. But anyway, let's talk about the specs for a second for the rod that is. I'm using a Major Craft. This is a 7-foot medium power rod. This is the MSC WJ701M. And this one is basically their worm and jig rod. And the rating for this rod is 1/4 ounce to 5/8. And the lure that I have today, I already mentioned, looks like this. And I have 12-pound Suffix mono. And right now I am gonna tune the spool. As you see, it's loose, very, very loose, right? There's a clack left and right. And I just want to show you that on the max brakes, look how slow this lure drops. It's crazy. Like, you got to be rubbing or something. Very, very strong brake. So it's going to be very interesting. But anyway, let's tune this the way how we tune all magnet bait casting reel. And that is, we got to tighten this to the point where there's no left and right movement. Maybe a micro chop. Yeah, micro chop. And we are going to be casting out max brakes. Wow, that is terrible. What a terrible reel. Look at that. It went all the way to the left. That is crazy. That is too crazy, man. All right, we need to lower the brakes a lot. All right, the next braking setting, let's do 7, as in, I guess, 70%. And the lure is coming out a lot faster now. Oh God, I don't know, maybe we need to loosen up the tension, but this is not good at all. Not good at all. I'm gonna put the brakes to 50% now. What is that rub? I'm casting hard and it's not going far at all. And the wind is going that direction too. What is going on? All right, let's go to brake dial number 3. All right, I got okay distance, but it feels so restricted. I'm gonna leave the brakes at the same braking power. I'm just loosening the tension just a little bit. 2 clicks. So it has a chop, like a Daiwa chop, okay? It got out just a little further, but it's not good at all. This reel right here is no bueno. Let's, well, before I say it's no bueno, I think it's fair to put this thing at, let's say, 1 brake first. Ooh, it actually feels better now. All right, that got even further. 0 brakes, just like the Kestrel Elite, right? I did not even thumb it, and there's like a barely over spooling right there. You know, this reel right here is definitely like super duper over braked. Yeah, there is no need to feather the spool at all. And while that is good for beginners, well, if you want to train your thumb to actually learn how to feather the spool, guess what? You can't deal with this reel. So I would have to say it's very beginner friendly, but if you buy a reel like this, you're gonna need to spend money later on to buy another reel so that you actually load brakes even more and start training your thumb to feather the spool. So, you know, it really depends. Like if you don't want to feather a spool and you want to cast max power every single cast, this is it. You could do it. No one should backlash with this, okay? No one should backlash. Well, of course, if you don't stop the spool right before the lure touches water, it's gonna over spool, right? You always have to thumb the spool. So yeah, let's get back to the table for a second and let's wrap up this video. All right, fam, let's wrap up today's video. So to summarize, right, this reel here was sent to me by a fan and it asked me 2 questions, well, more like a 3 question because the second question was a 2-part question. So the first question was, does the KastKing Zephyr BFS reel, that shallow spool, can it fit this reel? And the answer is no, due to the diameter of the spool shaft is different. The Zephyr BFS reel, the spool shaft is thicker. And then the second question is this reel easy to cast for beginners? Yes, this reel is easy for beginners to cast because it's so overbraked, but it's actually bad, and it's bad for beginners because it actually is not giving you the ability to learn how to cast fully. Like you won't be able to experience overspooling, right? Like I had this reel here at lowest break setting, casting max power, and the beginning of the cast did not even overspool a little bit. And you need that to achieve further casting distance. Like I'm casting max power here, I'm straining my arm. Imagine if this reel here is used by anybody. They'll be casting so hard trying to achieve the furthest distance. By the end of the day, your arm might fall off, okay? But yeah, here is a snippet slow motion casting of a budget bait casting reel, the Abu Garcia Blackmax X4, okay? And as you see, the beginning of the cast, when I cast hard as I can, you can see it overspool just a little bit. And that is what you want. You want that little overspool, and you also want to learn how to control that overspooling, tame the beast, and you achieve casting further distance, and you don't need to use as hard power casts as I portrayed today, okay? That's what's awesome about the other reels that I've been using recently. This here, overbreak, not gonna do it. That's what's awesome about these two reels right here, the Daiwa Tattooed 100 and the Abu Garcia Blackmax X. So if y'all wanna check out the videos, I made a very similar video to this one right here, and y'all can watch it at the end screen on the right side. In those videos, I'll break down the breaking behavior of these reels, and I'll share with you exactly when the overspooling happens. So for beginners, you could use a specific spot where the overspooling is not that bad, so you could train your thumb. And then when you master those reels, you can lower the break setting to specific settings and achieve casting far distance with less power. So with that said, I do not recommend this reel at all. So I will return this back to my fan, and I want to say that I'm sorry for taking my time on reviewing this. I hope that KastKing will accept this reel back, because yeah, it's since like end of November when you sent this to me. So hopefully they'll accept it and you could get a refund, or you could try a different reel that they have. I know some of their higher end reels, it's a lot better. But yeah, this one right here is so overbreak, you're not gonna learn anything from this reel. And then also, if you guys recall, casting this reel has some nasty noise, like very, very loud noise, and I don't like it. So yeah, that is my review of the KastKing Zephyr Baitcasting reel. Hope you have enjoyed this video, everyone. If y'all have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment below. The fish don't wait, right? The fish don't wait. Don't get your KastKing Zephyr Baitcasting reel. Look at this guy right here if you guys need a budget baitcasting reel, or get the Tattooed 100. Super easy to cast.